Hello everyone, thank you once again for joining me and welcome back to SecureTechWithJKA. I'm John Kayode Abusi, and this episode, it's the final episode in the Microsoft Security Cloud, half of this series. And what I want to discuss is Security Copilot. So I know you might have been seeing my screen right now, and yeah, that is what it is, Security Copilot. So this is something new, and personally I'm exploring it. I'm looking at it across cloud, across Microsoft Estate. And yeah, so it's very interesting because some of the new things I'm learning here, how it makes the job easier and stuff like that. But I just want to quickly go through it, So I just want to quickly go through. So we have covered Entra in this series. I've covered Entra ID or Entra. I've covered Defender. I've covered Sentinel. I've covered Purview. I've covered Intune. I've covered Priva. So all 6 of those products have one thing in common. In 2026, they all feed into Security Copilot. It is the AI layer that sits above all of them, queries all of them, and help your security team move faster across all of them. So if you look at my screen right now, you will see that I have Microsoft Security Copilot here. And if you look at the screen, if you look at the URL, it says securitycopilot.microsoft.com. Then when you visit that place and you have the right licensing, you'll be able to see what I have on my screen right now. It's very cool, but let me get into it. So today I want to walk you through, the Security Copilot portal, at securitycopilot.microsoft.com. Every session, what it does and what it actually feel like to use it. It's going to be a short one, but I just want to bring some information, down to you. So let me say this. So every product in this series so far is a system that does something. Entra manages identity. Defender detects threats. Sentinel aggregates signals. Security Pilot does not replace any of those. It sits on top of all of them and give you an AI interface to query, investigate, and reason across all of them simultaneously. Think of it this way. Entra tells you a user's risk score is high. Defender tells you there is an active incident on that user's endpoint. Sentinel tells you that user's account made a query against your domain controller an hour ago. 3 products, 3 portals, 3 alerts, that together tell a coherent story. Of an identity-based attack in progress. Without Security Copilot, a human analyst has to open all 3 portals, correlate the timeline manually, understand the MITRE attack, context, draft an incident summary, and decide what to do next. That takes 30 to 45 minutes. With Security Copilot, what you just need to do is just ask, summarize the security event involving this user in the last 24 hours and tell me what you think is happening. It reads across Entra, Defender, and Sentinel simultaneously, produce a coherent narrative of the attack chain, map it to attack, MITRE attack, and suggest next step. That takes under 60 seconds. So the product walkthrough, let's look at them now. You see here, I have the home here. You can see this is what I have in the home. Under the home, I have prompts, feature tab. I have prompt books, and I have roles. You can assume the role of a threat analyst, and you can see some of the plugins. Maybe it's for Microsoft, Entra or what have you. So this is you can see is for maybe Defender. You can pick any one of these. So you can see that is what you can see the plugin there under that place. And when you move further, you look at what other thing can you see here. Application assignment. Let me just look at this place. You see agents. So we have a lot of agents here. More agents. You can see agent for Intune, agent for security triage in RM. A lot here, like a couple of them here. And you can see I'll talk about prompt book. I'll talk about, you can see build here. That is turn your idea into an agent. So what you can do here is prompt your way for like something you wish you have an agent for, and you can talk your way into an agent. So you go to plugin settings. Let me look at what do we have here. Before I go back to history, look at owner settings. So you can do all the settings here, you can go to plugins, role assignment. You can add members, do some recommendations here, manage workspace, user monitoring, and the security store. All these things, they are not things that I want to, talk much about. But what I want to say is this. Looking at what is showing in your panel right now, application assignment via Microsoft Intune. What group is the app assigned to? One natural language question. Copilot queries Intune and return the assignment data. No navigation to apps. All apps selecting the app, this and that, all that gone. Now, the point I'm trying to make here is that this is like your security hub. This is where you can use your AI tooling to do much more across your Microsoft security estate. This is it. I have a critical, a lot of them. I will not be able to talk about, individual agent, individual, toolings, and maybe agent or prompt book or whatever, or plugin. But you can see all of them. They are here, and you can take advantage of it depending on what you want to do. So my job here is that I'm exposing you to this functionality, to this capability that you can explore across your Microsoft security estate, and what you will start to benefit. So it's very, let me say, very, very easy to follow along. And for instance, if you look at build here, build is in preview, and it is where the future of Security Copilot is being shaped. That is where you can talk your way into having a new agent. Now, one thing I want to say here that is very important is this. If you go to history here, you can see here, I think yesterday I prompted this. I said, how many devices registered in MDM right now? And within 6 seconds, it tells me there are currently 0 devices registered in MDM Intune. That is my MDM Intune environment. Like, tells me like, okay, there is nothing. So, and that is to tell you that you can prompt anything. Type like, okay, do I have any liability? Let me see, GDPR liability. Let me see what it gets to us. So it's checking. Okay, it's processing. Let's see what I got. So the point I'm trying to make is the fact that you can do all these. You can, so okay, try rewarding your prompt. And submit it again. If that doesn't work, ask your Security Copilot. Okay, so where am I then if it's not my, okay, it's still moving. I choose Microsoft Purview. Okay, I think it's still running some things there. So while that one is running, so the point I'm trying to make here is that bottom line, no fluffy, is that Security Copilot is your codex, your whatever it is, that it's your Microsoft shop where you can layer AI on top of your security toolings and services within your Microsoft estate or within your Azure estate. And once again, thank you for joining me, on this episode. And if you have any question, you can comment on the videos right now. Before the settings of the video doesn't allow for comment, you can comment on the video, and you can see some of my resources. You can check on me on LinkedIn. I'm active on LinkedIn. Come around, let's get connected, and let's chat and have some questions and learn from each other. It's a nice time, having this conversation, and the ability. I want to thank everyone for following and watching the videos, because what I'm doing here is to put everything in Microsoft cybersecurity into a context that you can follow through and get a grasp of what is going on in the ecosystem, and at the same time put that of Azure, security services into a context and follow through a chain of series and be able to understand how these get connected together, the business problem they solve, how to architect for them, what you have to take note of, and from there you'll be able to do much more with your skills. So once again, thank you, and see you on the other side.